Ms. Abudu, if I could just start with you. You said to Senator Ossoff just a couple of minutes ago that you believe in the First Amendment, right?
Absolutely.
And you told him that you have litigated cases under the various clauses of the First Amendment, and you said that you think that free speech is essential. Is that right?
That is correct.
And freedom of thought is essential, you also said. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What about the right to counsel? Is that also essential?
The Sixth Amendment and the Supreme Court have said so.
So what would you think about your organization calling other members of the bar, saying that it is their goal, your organization's goal, to destroy other members of the bar who provide litigation, who provide counsel to indigent defendants? I'm thinking particularly of the Alliance Defending Freedom. Back in 2007, a senior fellow at your organization said in a speech that, "I want to say plainly, our aim in life is to destroy these groups," referring to the Alliance Defending Freedom and others. Just to be clear, these are groups that provide representation to indigent defendants and to other defendants, other plaintiffs, counsel, litigants. "I want to say plainly that our aim in life is to destroy these groups, to completely destroy them." To completely destroy them. Do you think that's appropriate rhetoric for someone to use about opposing counsel or a member of the bar? Do you think that's an appropriate goal to have?
Senator, I would first say that I'm not familiar even with the language that you just cited, but I will say that my work, again, and I stand on my record, is to ensure that all people have access to counsel to vindicate their rights.
Do you think that this is appropriate rhetoric from a senior fellow at your organization?
Senator, again, not having that language in front of me, not understanding the context, I can't even respond to that.
Oh, you can't say it's inappropriate?
Without more information, without
Really?
context, and without seeing it.
That's interesting. Now, you said to this committee repeatedly that all you do at the Southern Poverty Law Center is voting rights. That's not what you said in your questionnaire to the committee, though. You said that you oversee litigation related to hate groups. So let's talk a little bit more about hate groups, which apparently you oversee the litigation for. Is it your position that organizations like the Alliance Defending Freedom are a hate group?
Senator, I would want to review that language because in terms
which language?
Regarding the overseeing the organization's research and profiling of hate groups, I don't work in that part of the...
Let me just quote for you. "Further, as the Director for Strategic Litigation, I've taken on significant managerial responsibilities, including overseeing all of the organization's legal programmatic work, which in addition to voting rights includes immigrants' rights, criminal justice reform, children's rights, LGBTQ rights, and litigation related to hate groups."
Thank you for clarifying that it was our legal program.
Right.
And in terms of the cases that the organization has brought, it does include representing individuals who have been targeted on the internet, who have been harassed, whose family has been stalked in terms of, or because of their identity. In the one particular case, because of our client's identity as a member of the Jewish community. And we represented that woman successfully.
Yeah, but you say you oversee litigation related to hate groups. Your organization is infamous for designating anyone who disagrees with it as a hate group, trying to drive them from public life, and in the words of your own employees, trying to completely destroy them. Is that a record that you're proud of?
I am proud of our representation of that woman in that case who simply because of her Jewish heritage was targeted and stalked.
That's not what we're talking about. Let me ask you about the Southern Poverty Law Center more generally. What year did you join SPLC?
February 2021. I'm sorry, 2019.
2019. 2019 was the year that the SPLC paid $3.4 million in response to defamation lawsuits. 2019 was the year that Charity Watch gave your organization an F rating. The SPLC has been labeled by the left-wing policy journal Current Affairs as an outright fraud that uses willful deception designed to scare liberals into writing checks. The progressive journalist Alexander Cockburn said this about SPLC: "I regard it, the Southern Poverty Law Center, collectively as one of the greatest frauds in American life." Liberal death penalty abolitionist Stephen Bright refused to accept an award named after the founder of the SPLC, saying in his words, "The SPLC has long been run by a con man and a fraud." That's from a Harper's Magazine article. Also in 2019, SPLC employees told the press, "We were part of a con and we knew it." That's in a New Yorker article, not exactly a right-wing journal. Are you concerned by any of this record of the organization that you work for?
Senator, what I'm glad that I didn't hear in that litany is a complaint about the voting rights work that we've done, about the clients and the community.
Are you concerned that Charity Watch gave you an F, that you had to pay $3.4 million in response to defamation lawsuits, that you've been criticized, your organization's been criticized as a fraud and a con job, and that you work for an organization who says it's their goal in life to completely destroy their opponents? None of that gives you any pause.
Senator, again, my work with the Southern Poverty Law Center has been to uphold the constitutional rights of individuals who, without pro bono counsel, would not be even able to have access to justice.
I have to tell you, I find your answers absolutely extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. I can't believe you've been nominated for this position. I can't believe that the President of the United States would nominate someone from this organization with this record. And I can't believe that you would sit here today and refuse to condemn this hateful, frankly, violent rhetoric from this organization with this record. It's astounding to me.